Hey everybody, I'm here today to talk to you about a Philips 4400 coffee machine that is not turning on. I'll be going over some easy fixes, and this will be a simplistic tutorial, so let's get right into this instructional video tutorial. I'll be going over 5 things that you can try out, and hopefully one of these 5 things, or multiple of them if you have to use multiple together, hopefully they work, and hopefully they fix your machine that is not turning on. Very simple and straightforward, and like I said, there are many reasons why your machine might not be turning on. These are just 5 of the easiest fixes that you can try out. So we're going to start off with number 1. Number 1 is make sure the power source is working. It's very simple and straightforward. Your machine is going to be plugged into a power source, just like this, a wall outlet, just like this. Make sure that it's working. The easiest way to do that is to remove the coffee machine, unplug it, okay, and plug something else into that exact same outlet area, okay. So like if I'm using this bottom outlet, I'm going to plug something else into this exact bottom outlet right over there, and something that I know works. It might be a phone charger, it might be a lamp, it might be anything else, but just something that I know works. And if I plug that thing in and it works, then guess what? You know that the power source is working, and you can rule that out, okay? If it doesn't work, then guess what? You have a problem with your power source, and it's nothing to do with your machine. It probably has something to do with your power source. Not guaranteed, but it most likely at that point, I wouldn't even say most likely, it's likely that it will have something to do with the power source. And what you can also do as a side note, I didn't write this down on my own video notes, but on a side note, you can take your Philips machine and you can instead plug it into a different power source, a different wall outlet that you know is already working. So if you already have a lamp plugged in to a different power source and that lamp is working fine, then you can take your Philips coffee machine and plug it into that power source and see if and essentially if you know the power source is working and your machine still is not working, then the problem lies within your machine. Okay? If your machine isn't working but the power source isn't working, then guess what? It might be the power source. Okay? So you gotta kind of use that methodology to narrow it down. Hopefully you can get to the bottom of the problem. If not, if that doesn't help, you can move on to number 2. Number 2 is make sure the power button area is clean. So over here you can see there's a power button area. And essentially you want to make sure that this is clean. So just like literally all that you gotta do is just wipe it. Like you don't even need anything. Like, I mean, obviously if it's really, really dirty, you might have to use something, but like I would literally just take a dry cloth and just wipe it once or twice. Just make sure it's clean. And that's probably not gonna affect it. Like if it's already decently clean, it's probably not gonna affect it, but it's worth trying out. Try it out, just wipe it with a dry cloth once or twice, see if that helps you out. And if it's really dirty, you have to clean it the proper way. So do your own research, figure out how to clean it properly, and then clean it the proper way if it's actually pretty dirty. It all depends on your situation. But as you can see, mine is clean, so I would just take in this situation, I would just take a dry cloth and just wipe it quickly. Hopefully that helps you out. And if it's really dirty, like I said, figure out how to clean it properly. Do your own research, figure out how to clean it properly, and hopefully that helps you out. If that does not solve your problem, you can move on to number 3. Number 3 is push the power button firmly, okay? Now, I don't mean mash it down. I don't mean press it hard. I mean firmly. And I'm not going to do it because when I turn my machine off, I actually didn't make a coffee. I only made froth milk, but I'm not sure. It might rinse out water, and I don't want to do that right now. I'm not sure. It usually rinses water, but I didn't make the coffee, so I'm not sure if it's going to rinse out water or not. But essentially, you just want to make sure when you press the power button, you're pressing it firmly. I do believe, as far as I remember, I'm not going to press it now, but I do believe that this power button is, I'll push it now. Why not? I believe it's a touch button, like it's not an actual physical button. So when I push it, so it's just a touch button. There's no there's no actual, you can see I just turned it back on, not a big deal, but there's no actual button. I turned it off again. Okay, there's no actual button. It's just like a touch screen type of thing, right? So I can push it as hard as I want to, but essentially we're not trying to mash it in because there's no button there. We're just trying to make sure that when we press it, it's making a connection because it's using, I'm just blowing off the dust from there. It's using like the touch. So watch how lightly I can touch it. Just like that. I barely touch it, and that's the way it should be, right? But if you're trying now and it's not working, then maybe you gotta push it a little bit harder. Think about it like that. Just look at it lightly. Last time. Literally, I barely touched it at all, okay? Now, my machine is fairly new. I keep it in really good condition, so I understand. But if I was experiencing a problem, I would push it more firmly than that and see if that helped me out, okay? So once again, that was number 3. push the power button firmly, okay? Give it a try. Don't mash it down, but firmly is the key word there. And if that doesn't help you, you can move on to the next one, which is number 4. Number 4 is unplug it, wait, and plug it back in. So literally, unplug the machine, wait a couple minutes, and plug it back in. When it comes to any modern technological device, if you're experiencing any problems, just unplug it, wait a little bit, plug it back in. Whether that is your, your Wi-Fi router, your modem, your fridge, it can be your computer, it can be literally anything. It can be I don't know, anything that plugs a TV. Let's just say a radio, anything that plugs in. If it's modern and you're experiencing some problems with it, one of the key things you can do is unplug it, wait a couple minutes, and plug it back in. That'll usually give it like almost like an internal reset, or like a restart, and hopefully that solves your problem. Hopefully that fixes the problem. It's worth giving it a try. It's worth giving it a try because it's so easy and it's so crucial for problem solving with modern technological devices. So I give it a try. I don't know if it's going to work or not. I don't know if it's going to help you or not, but it is simply worth a try. Okay, moving on to the last one for this video, which is number 5. Number 5 is look at the machine for any obvious problems, and that's literally it. You want to just look around at the machine, take a look for any obvious problems, inspect the machine itself, inspect the power cord, inspect the actual, any part of it. So I'm not going to unplug it. I'll unplug it. Why not? Let me turn this off. So if I was going to, I'm going to try and do this safely here because I have not that much space. But essentially, if I was to unplug it, look at the power cord itself, look at the plug, make sure it looks totally okay. Obviously, this one looks fine, so I'm going to plug it back in just like that. Look at the back of the machine where the cord makes the connection into the machine. Look all around the machine. Look for anything that looks obviously off. If something looks obviously off, do your own research, because some of the things you might think maybe you want to tackle yourself, and that's fine. Other things are listen, just call a professional or get someone who knows what they're doing. But at least you'll know, even if you can't fix it yourself. If you see an obvious problem and you can't fix it yourself, then at least you'll know what the problem might be. And knowing that will allow you to have hopefully a better outcome or a faster outcome in terms of fixing it, right? One way or another. It'll help you in one way or another. So yeah, just look around the machine at anything that obviously looks off. And if anything looks off to you and doesn't look correct, then maybe you should, like I said, do your own research. You might want to try fixing yourself. You might want to try calling a professional. It depends. I just realized I had a stamp. My daughter, one of my daughters, I have 4 kids. So one of my daughters, one of the twins, because we have essentially an 8.5-year-old. We have a just turned 7-year-old, and then we have twins that are 4. And one of the 4-year-old twins, I don't remember which one, but they put a stamp on my hand. I think I have a stamp on the other hand as well. And there's still some remnants of the stamp there. I already showered and I already soaped myself, but I guess, it takes longer to get the stamp off. Anyways, that was a random side note, but I figured I'd point it out in case you're wondering what was on my hand. But that's basically it. Hopefully one of those things works for you, and hopefully you get your machine working properly once again. And that's it. I've got nothing else to say, nothing else to show you other than I hope you've enjoyed the video. Other than me saying I hope you've enjoyed the video, there's nothing else to say, nothing else to show you. So with nothing else, we are going to roll the outro. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.